Stephanie Bain, I have a books. I'm a book nerd. There's so many books. Hello everyone, Stephanie here. I had no idea what to film today, so I decided to do a book tag, and that is the Reader book tag. I've seen everyone doing it because the book The Reader's coming out or something like that. And let's just get on. Number 1 is choose one word that describes being a reader. For me, it's just happiness. I feel happiness when I'm reading. It's like watching a movie for me or something. I'm sad or I'm bored and I want to be happy. I read a book. Question number 2 is, what's the very first book you fell in love with? Would have to be Time Windows by Catherine Reese. It's just about this girl who has this house, and there's a dollhouse in the attic, and she can see the previous owners every time she looks into the dollhouse. The thing is like her family's actions start mirroring what's happening in the dollhouse, and she does what she can to stop it. I reread that book so many times when I was in elementary. I would check it out over and over again from the library, all the time. It was just my favorite thing ever. Number 3 is hardcover or paperback. I'm sorry, I love paperbacks. Those are my preferred way of reading. They just feel nice, they're light. I have always loved paperback books since I was young. It's just a thing of mine. I still buy hardcovers, I don't care. Whatever I can get cheaper, because sometimes, believe it or not, you can get hardcovers cheaper. But I really do just prefer paperback. How has reading shaped your identity? As it was because I loved reading so much that I found an outlet that I adored, which is writing, ever since I was in elementary. It started off mostly with poetry, and as I got into middle school, high school, I started attempting to write short stories. But I guess that's what it is. It made me who I am. I love writing, and because I loved poetry and I loved writing stories, I also grew into loving to write music, and it's just, it's helped with that, because writing, everyone needs something that they love to just throw themselves into, and it was writing, and it was because of reading that I liked to write so much. So thank you, reading. Number, I think 5 is what we're on, is what book do you read when you need to be comforted? Honestly, it's not a specific book. It could just be any paranormal story. I like paranormal. Paranormal's home when it comes to genres and things that I enjoy. While I do prefer reading more dystopian, fantasy, sci-fi, I will always go back to paranormal because it's a weakness of mine. That's, again, I always say when I was young, I was obsessed with paranormal movies and just all that stuff. I thought witches were the coolest thing ever, and I always secretly hoped I was one. Still hasn't happened, but it's paranormal. Any paranormal will just make me happy, even if it's just not that great. I will almost always love it. Who taught you to be a reader? My mom. She always bought me books when I was younger, and it was picture books, and I had a huge collection, which I still kind of wish I still had, but I was stupid and gave them away when I was, too grown for those books, and I moved on to others. But I was obsessed with those Albert books, which is about the, I don't remember if he was a dinosaur or an alligator. I think he was the alligator, and I loved reading those books. Berenstain Bears. I had all of those books, almost all of the Dr. Seuss books, and I just really enjoyed those were my comfort. And then she just always supported it. I wanted a book, she'd get it for me or whatever, so my mom, for sure, homegirl, Mom AF, she still buys me books to this day, and I'm just thank you, you're amazing. Next is describe your dream reading lounge. I want an office / library that's circular, and half of the room is all windows. The other half of the walls of the room, all the walls are shelves, and I want along just a beautiful, comfy, fluffy couch, leather. I hate fabric. With lots of blankets. I want a fireplace, maybe snow outside, but if not, just some cold, maybe the windows cracked open a bit, a nice cherry wood desk in the center of the room, and then spiral stairs that led up to another reading area if you really wanted it to be. That's my goal in life, is to own something like what I just said. That is, I love dark woods and dark colors, but just all the darkness, and then windows, and then just, yes. And the last one is, what book changed the way you act or see the world? Red Rising gave me this amazing thing. It's like you don't have to be what people tell you you're supposed to be. And I like that. I love that Red Rising is just like, you know, get out there, do good, and you can change things. It takes time though. You have to put all of it into it, and you have to do it for the right reasons. And I feel like Red Rising is my choice just because you can take that and put it for everything. Break the chains, break what people tell you, how to act, who to be. You are who you are. If you're not hurting anyone, well then F them and just be happy with who you are. I feel like, you know, that book seriously just is everything to me. It's made me realize a lot of things about the world, that if enough people believe in the same thing and they fight, and you know, it goes wrong a lot of the time. But I mean, we're not talking about like world changes, but I just feel like Red Rising is that book for me, and I think it'll always be. I still have yet to read something that means just the same actually. And you know what, anti-darken. You can be badass as fuck. Doesn't matter if you're a female. Doesn't matter who you are. I feel like that's just for everyone. You can be who you want to be. It's just not going to be easy. And that's okay. I don't think life is supposed to be easy. But those are my answers to the reader tag questions. Comment yours down below. What do you guys think? Just pick one question and answer it. That'd be nice. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is, you know, me just not knowing what to do. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye!